Greeting, Professor. Today I'm going to be talking about quick learning application. That is our capstone project. During this presentation, we have a following agenda to go through the feedback and the problem statement, the project description. We'll be covering the MVP, the diagrams, the technologies, and lastly, the app demo for quick learning application. Now I'm going to be introducing you to my teammates who have helped make this project a success. We have Sharanya, Shravani, and Usha. Sharanya is a software developer and a database administrator. Shravani, who is a software tester and a developer, and Usha, who's a team manager. There is Amit Payal, who's the software developer. There's myself, I'm a software developer. Genius is a quality analyst and a software developer. So from the last time, the professor told us to make some changes in the rubric, to make some changes in the retrospectives, and we have done that. So when we talk about quick learning application, it is a software that is designed to create, distribute, and manage the delivery of educational content. Quick learning application can be hosted as a standalone product or on a company server, or it can be a cloud-based platform that is hosted by the software firm. This is the team working agreement that we have lined out for our team, which clearly states the commitments and the participation, communication, and problem solving, how it is going to be done. The following slides of persona is going to be explained by Genius Machado.
Hello there, this is Genius once again, and I shall walk you through the personas. So the very first one we have in line is Mira. Mira is the principal/administrator, and she has administrator privileges and rights to our learning management system, LMS. So yeah, when she logs in, she can basically do all the functionality. She can have access to all the rights and abilities in her official capacity on learning management system. So yeah, she's the administrator. She has the duties as well. She has her responsibilities, and she has a power. Well, the next person is Roger. Roger is an instructor who teaches mathematics. So when he logs in, what he sees on his database dashboard on his console is like, he can add and drop courses. He can take his duties, his responsibilities. They can are like taking weekly attendance, student attendance, and then generating reports, annual reports for the grades of students, and then conducting video lectures, and then grading assignments, and making sure everybody's on the right track. Well, so that's the instructor, Roger. Moving on to the next one, we have Allison, who is a student, and she's pursuing her interest in business. She's in her first year, and she's a student. When she logs in, she can take classes. She can see her progress. She can see where she's standing in from the rest of the class, and then she can have her grades. She can submit her assignments. She can also mark herself present on the learning management system online, putting her mark in her attendance, and pretty much do like basically everything what a student does. So yeah, that's her role and responsibilities on quick learning application. Moving on to the next and last one is like we have Tom. Tom is a 19-year-old who likes to achieve bigger goals and aims. He's still studying. He's a student as well. He also has various other interests. And on our learning management system, he's making the best out of his life. He's taking all the advantages we have through online video content, tutoring, say submissions, assignments, grading, having everything organized and segregated and everything all together in one place. That's Tom, another student. So was it personas? Thank you. Moving on to the next person.
Hello, I'm Amit and I'll be explaining our MVP, minimal viable product. We have done basic and major functionalities in our past run, but this run we have added categories for courses, revenue report functionality for admin and instructor, enrollment of a student by admin, and a whole year revenue chart for admin on the dashboard homepage. our registration sign up and forget password have already been perfectly done. And that's all for now. The next slide will be presented by Sharon.
Hi, I'm Sharanya, and I'm going to tell you about the technologies, algorithm, and diagrams which we are using in the project. In the technologies, we are using HTML, CSS, and React.js for frontend. For backend, we are using JavaScript and PHP. For database, we are using MySQL, MongoDB. For deployment, it is XAMPP and Apache. For code editor, we are using Visual Studio Code. Repository is GitHub. And project tracking, we are doing with Jira. And communication is done with Slack. The algorithm that we are going to use is breadth first searching. It's also called as BFS algorithm. Breadth first search algorithm, it explores the nodes and it goes from the root. And after exploring the root, it goes to the further nodes. We have used this algorithm because it is easy and it's quick to search the courses and the material for the courses by professor and the students as well. The conceptual architecture diagram, we have 3 layers in this. The first layer is adaptive e-learning portal and learning styles acquisition, which is also called as web usage mining. The second or the middle layer is called as adaptive user interface layer, and it includes learning repository and user classification manager and interface component manager. The third and the last layer is database or content layer, in which it includes administrative activities and adaptive content manager and e-learning content repository. The context diagram we have is the quick learning app. It includes the modules like students and admin and faculties, and they can conduct the tests. The admin can conduct the tests and user and resource handling, and the students can see the courses and they can enroll into the courses, and after the test they can view the results. The faculties, they can create the courses and lessons, and they can add the questions to the test. ER diagram, the entities for the ER diagram, we have account and support, instructor, learner, course, content, certificate and quiz, the quiz subsystem and feedback. And these include the one-to-many relationships. For the sequence diagram, the teacher can log into the system, LMS, which is learning management system. In our case, it's quick learning. And the student can log into the system and they can solve the exercise, they can view the courses, they can evaluate, they just can see the result which is evaluated by the professor or the teacher. This is the state diagram, and the state diagram, it includes the start position. After that, the student logins the system, and after the username and password is verified, they can log into the system. After that, they can search the course or the category, and enrolling of courses is also done, and then the student can log out. The class diagram will include the study material, the user login, the student register, the student's master table, the course, the notices and teacher, and they all are connected into one-to-many relationships. Thank you. Application modeling will be explained by Usha.
So whenever the user enters into our application, then we are checking with whether the user have the account with our application or not. If he or she has an account, then we are allowing them to log in. Otherwise, they have to create an account. Also, as a guest user, they can enter into our application and they can see whatever the features that are available in our application. So based on the roles, we have the features. So for admin, we are giving the list of departments they had under the organization, and also what are the courses that they had for that particular department and how many professors are teaching each course and what is the students list. Also maintaining and monitoring the professors and students profile so that they can be able to send notifications and everything whenever there are events conducted by an organization. Also maintaining and monitoring the course content up to date so that the student will get the information which is latest. So also looking into accounts such as for student like enrollment billing details and also for professors like payroll and everything. So whenever the professor logins into our application, then we are showing like what are the upcoming schedules he or she had. Is there any live classes that they need to attend? Also list of courses they had, uploading course related content and giving assignments, quizzes and exams to the students and giving marks and feedbacks for them. Also maintaining the students' progress. If the progress was not good, then conducting study hours, special classes and communication channels. Also, if the student logins into our application, then they are able to access the courses that they are enrolled and also they can see whatever the weekly schedule they had. Also, they will have a personal profile and they are able to upload assignments, write exams, submit quizzes and everything. Also, whatever the marks they get, they can see that. Also the achievements, workshops, badges and certifications that they gain, downloads and important materials. These are like whenever they have they want to refer the past content, then they can go into this and they can just look into the content and they can remember like to review everything. So downloads are like even when they are offline, they are able to see the classes and everything. Handshake, communication channels, and course payment related details. And this is our software development cycle. So first we have created the stage and production instance. So first in stage we test the application. So if we didn't have any kind of bugs, then only we go to the production. So first we have designed our DB and then we connected the database to the backend APIs. And whenever the backend APIs are ready, then we deployed them into the stage environment and then we provided the service URLs to the front-end team. So the front-end team integrates the UI and the backend services, and again we push all the changes into the stage environment and then we give it for testing. So if we didn't have any kind of bugs, then we go for the production release. Otherwise we recheck everything where the issue was arrived and also we fix that issue and retest again the application, and if we didn't have any bugs, then we give it for the production. And this is our sprint file recap. Like we have developed a course wish list and messages, top 10 courses, guest profile, faster loading pages, content in my own language. And these are the functionalities which is project recap that we have developed until now, such as like sign up, login, log out, creating account, like creating profile. If they forgot the password, then they can do the forgot password, adding the course, list of courses, deleting the course related details, and again the Sprintify functionalities, also enrolling the student by the admin, also reports in the dashboard and also the charts for the admin and the instructor and categories for the courses. And this is our product backlog. Like here I have mentioned medium. These are the stories that we have committed for the next sprint, and whichever I have prioritized as high, that we have committed for the current sprint, and we are done with that. So like we have completed like enrolling the students, and also like whenever the admin or instructor logins, showing them the revenue charts and everything that we have completed in the current sprint. So like we have committed like payment related details, and if the admin settings like uh, first giving the protocol host username and password so that he can transfer the data, uh, like, and also for seeing the notifications and everything. So these are the functionalities that we have committed for the upcoming sprint. And the next slides will be explained by the Ankush. Thank you.
This is the sprint backlog that we have for the current sprint. In this sprint, we'll be covering 4 user stories. Firstly, the admin has the rights to enroll the students into the course so that they can access the material if they are late in registration to the course. Secondly, the admin has the rights to review the revenue and the course-wise revenue of the learning management system that we have created. Third is professor can see the course-wise revenue that he will be getting by the end of each quarter. Fourth, we have the admin who can add new categories like back-end development, so front-end development, UI, UX, database, cloud services, etc. These are the user stories for the previously discussed use stories and their acceptance criteria. So as you can see, we have the admin user story in which he can add the students. The admin can see the revenue of the course, the individual revenue, and the collective revenue of the LMS. Thirdly, the professor can see the course-wise revenue that he'll be receiving by the end of the semester. Fourth, we have the admin who has the rights to add a new category, that is front-end development or back-end development. Based on his convenience, he can decide uh, however he wants to proceed.
Today I'm going to discuss about the test cases. Each test case is identified by the unique ID, which is the test ID, and this is the description, like what we are talking about, which test case we are talking about, and this is the case which we have tested, and this is the current state and test data, what is an expected result, and whether what is the status, whether it is pass or fail. So coming to the first test case, enrollment of the students to this course. So user should be logged in as an admin with this valid credentials so that he should be able to click on the enroll button, so that he can select the user and the course details so that he can enroll the students into the course. Unlike if the user is logged in as an admin or the professor, he should not able to allow this enrollment of the courses. This is all about the test case one. And the revenue report. So if the user is logged in as an admin with a valid credentials, so he should be able to select the report, and then put a filter on the date, so that he can select the particular period of the date which he wants to see the revenue, and then he can view the revenue report. And if the student is logged in, if the user is logged in as a student, so he should not be able to see the revenue. And if the user is logged in as a professor with his valid credentials, then also he should not be able to view the revenue for the for the particular period. So this is all about the revenue report and adding the categories. So if the user is logged in as an admin with his valid credentials and select the categories, so he should be able to add the new categories, and he should be able to view the existing categories as well. Unlike if the user is logged in as a student or the professor, he should not be able to add the categories. And revenue chart by month. So if the user is logged in as an admin, he should be able to view the dashboard, admin dashboard. In that he'll be able to see the revenue chart by month. Even if the user is logged in as a professor, then he should be able to see the revenue chat by monthly. So if the user is logged in as a student, then he should not be able to see the uh, revenue chat. This is all about the test cases. Next, moving on to uh, now now discussing about the stories completed and stories not completed in the particular sprint. So this is all about the enrollment of the courses, which is 129, with the user can where the admin can enroll the students into the course. And 130 is if the user is an admin, he should be able to see the admin revenue. And if the user is an instructor, then he should be able to see the instructor revenue. And 137 is if the user is an admin and the instructor, then he should be able to see the revenue chart in by monthly. And if the user is the admin, then he should be able to add the categories to the course so that it will be useful for the searching. This is the story points and the status about the stories completed and not completed.
Hello, everybody. My name is Genius, and I shall be explaining you my matrix, the matrix of our project. So, without wasting no more time, let's get started. Well, so the very first we have is the team velocity chart. Team velocity chart. I've displayed from data from sprint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all the way until the current one, the latest one. So for now, we're working until approximately pretty close to 25 story points with the tally, and you can see there's a gradual rise. It has always been increasing in an ascending order, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, the next one is team historical velocity chart. What does that mean? We have we've displayed the average over here. It's basically the same data, like with 23 latest user story points, and then the average comes out to be pretty close to 13. And then as per professor's feedback last time, we've also included a line, a dotted line in between, so that the graphical representation of the diagram, the chart becomes more easily available and convenient. So yeah, that's the team historical velocity chart. Moving on to the next one, we have the burn down chart. Now, from 23 story points, we've boiled it down to until from as you can see, the x-axis over here represents the date, from February 7th to March 7th, and 25th from 23 all the way to 0 on the y-axis represents the user story point. So yeah, well, there's been ups and downs. You can see the ideal burn down is straight diagonal like line, but we do have a lot of remaining effort, somewhere we had ups and downs, and then it never always went in a straight pattern. So we're still working on it. We've also done best. We've done even better in the past, and we'll be always striving for the betterment in the future, till we are committed to the task, and until the completion of our project. So that's the burn down chart. Let's move on to the next one. We have committed against completed ratio. Well, 100% as of right now, because from sprint 1 until today, until the day sprint 6, we have delivered as we have committed. So yeah, 5 story points in the first one, 7 in the second, 15 on the third one. In the sprint 4, we had 14, and sprint 5 we had 14, and then 6 we had almost now it's 23. So yeah, so far so good.
Now I'm going to speak about the retrospective, what went well, what did not go well, and what needs the improvement. So let's discuss about what went well. All our team members have the sincere and open conversations among the team. Everyone put their ideas forward so that there was no hesitation among our team members, and there was a transparency whenever we are working on a particular task. And we had the same expectations among from everyone, so everyone could cope up with that. And we were able to define the sprint goal and able to complete it within the time. And all the team members had the uh, idea what they have to do in the sprint, and that involvement and awareness of the team members gave us unexpected valuable insights. And we have doing the experiments for some of the processes, and holding the retrospects at the regular intervals of time gave us like a good start for the sprint. And successfully we would complete the stories which we have planned in the sprint. And the teamwork and working smarter and seeing solutions evolve through the collaboration was the key for this sprint. And what did not go what did not go well, we lagged in the proactive problem solving, and we took uh, more than the expected time to face some technical challenges. And need and the cr- for and that was a critical for maintaining the sprint timeline. And our testing process was not as an efficient as we hoped, which result in the last minute bugs. And we should be able to fix those bugs. And we could not estimate the sub problems that arised when we were writing when we were doing our user stories. So maybe we should have uh, estimated our subtasks and allotted a particular time for them too. And what needs improvements is, first, for the proactive problem solving, we have to analyze a process which we can solve our problems quickly, and so that it minimizes the delays. And we can improve our testing goals by involving QA earlier in the development process. And we should estimate all the subtasks at the starting of the sprint. And stories planned and committed for the sprint 7 is, as an admin he should be able to save the protocols host and the port username and the password, so he can do the data transmission. And about this user story, the student should make the payment in order to join the course and learn the course. And this user story is all about, the user should be able to see the notifications and updates in the particular course. And the Brewy 129 is like, if the user wants to upload the materials of the courses so that the students can revise everything whatever the professor has taught, and he should be having access to the materials. This is all about the stories planned and committed for the next sprint.
Hello again, I'm Amit and I'll be explaining Slide App Screenshot. This is our quick learning homepage with the search bar functionality where guests can search any course they want or any other student who's logged in or the instructor. This is our login page. This is our sign up page where anyone can register for our quick learning website. This is the dashboard for admin. This is instructor dashboard where you can see the courses and revenue. This is my courses. It's only for students and instructor, this page. And this is our wiki page link. And this is our live application demo where you can watch. Keep it for now. And thank you for your patience and attention. Happy learning. Goodbye.